You understand? So how do we reconcile all of this?
Because the activist is standing on his truth with video evidence and documents everywhere out there on the social media. Now, like he said, looking at the position of the Nigerian police force and that of Joe, the activist, how do we make better sense of this?
No, you reconcile. Actually, you seem to have reconciled the issue by also relaying the views of the activists. You know, he made a point, and which he said, for the sake of equity, justice, and good conscience, that you can't be a judge in your own matter, and that for me is a selling point. With the characters that we are talking about here, I also watched the video. Accusations were levied, not directly or indirectly, that impugned the reputation of the IGP, the Commissioner of Police, the investigating, in fact, a number of very senior police officers and commissioners.
And
so it's not,
just to add to quickly add to what you're saying, you also remember that we're talking about money being transferred.
Yes.
Not cash alone. Money sharing, basically. Loot, bounty sharing, basically. So how, like the process of going into the roof, you remember all of those stories. Now, adding to what you would help us understand how it's possible that these funds pass through some processes, and at the end of the day, all we are getting right now are stories. Remember also, sir, that they gave him part of the money back and gave him back his car. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to do a quick reminder.
I'm aware of that that side of the story. Where they said they gave him part of the money when they found out that he was already having some medical equipment on him, you know. In fact, he had some health challenges, and he had some pipes or something on him, and his situation is critical, so they needed to give him part of the money so he could immediately take care of himself, and that actually also occasioned the discharge at that particular point in time, the bill. Let's put it. I'm coming.
But is that legal?
I'm coming.
Is that legal? I'm asking why, if it's legal, because the police have a clinic, they have a hospital. Is it legal then to give the proceeds of a crime or the evidence, a supposed crime, to the culprit for treatment? You release him part of the money, give him his car. Is that legal? This happened under the police.
When you say the police,
according to the police PRO's statement, by the way.
The police has a clinic, I also want to remind you that it all depends on the nature of the ailments. The police clinic may not have the medical history. They may not have the file.
But notwithstanding, yes, let's say the person is on a terminal stage of cancer or whatever it is that the police cannot cure. Is it legal for the police to release part of the proceeds of a crime, an alleged crime, to the culprit, release his car for him to go treat himself?
Let's put it the other way around. Would it have been better for the police to look at the person who possibly is on a terminal ailment, to just stand by and see him die of that disease while in that?
So the police, in essence, the River State Police Command don't have money elsewhere. They can't get money elsewhere. It's to tamper with the evidence of a crime that they allegedly was committed. So okay, let's even look at it from the human angle, that may be the reason. Why was his car released to him?
But I wouldn't.
Okay, let me say. Okay, you're not the direct. Is it legal?
If it is legal, if you know the identity of a particular person, sometimes bail is done on personal recognition. I'm not trying to take a position for the police, but my position is also very clear that with the involvement of the police in this matter, to avoid intimidation and other issues, you can see that the blogger or the activist, whoever he is He has said he's not afraid. He's not afraid, but he also believes that he should not be intimidated by the police in their investigation. And that is also where I stand. Now that you are a party in this matter, you cannot at the same time, be the judge in it. Is there any way we could bring in some other private investigators that we all of us know have the reputation? You are talking about the #1 police officer in the country. That's the IGP. And a lot more other senior officers that are below him. But these are commissioners of police and all others that are mentioned. So it's not something that we should trifle with or trivialize. It's something that we ought to do a proper investigation about it, because these are, when we say we are demarketing the country, these are some of the things that add up to that demarketing of the country. So we need to properly investigate it.